This fishing tutorial covers what is pound for pound one of the hardest fighting fish you'll find along the West Coast beaches, the Soupfin Shark. We'll first show you where soup fins can be caught. We'll then cover the best conditions for them, followed by some key techniques and all-important safety info for both you and your catch. We'll then show you an ideal tackle setup, followed by the rundown on ideal baits. So where can soup fins be found? They are very much a West Coast species and can be found from Southern California, leading up through Oregon, and are found as far north as Washington State and beyond. Note this species is actually found worldwide and is known as taupe in places such as the UK. In this video, we focus mainly on targeting them from US beaches, but much of what is covered will apply anywhere. So what are the ideal conditions for landing one? On the western US coast, you can catch soup fins from the beach typically between late spring to early summer, when they move inshore to breed. After this, they quickly move back offshore, but can still be caught from deep water venues along the coastline, such as from rock ledges along cliffs. The best fishing for these deep venues tends to be between late spring up to late fall. In fact, the fall period can be a prime time to target them in deeper water. Soup fins love tidal run, so on the beaches, it's the larger sized tides that will generally bring the best numbers of fish. It's from the middle hours of the flood or rising tide that you can expect to be in with the best chance of landing one, all the way up to high tide. For the deeper cliff venues, it can actually be easier to fish smaller tides, due to the often very strong tidal conditions. For these venues, low tide can be a good tidal window. Soup fins will not tolerate rough seas and will move offshore until conditions calm, so easy surf conditions are what we are looking for. Clearer water conditions tend to be best, which is another reason why easy wave action is ideal, though they can still feed in colored water, but will likely be feeding with their head down close to the seabed. Remember, if you are fishing within or around an estuary, then heavy rains can quickly reduce water clarity. Night tide fishing is considered an ideal time to target soup fins. Now for some important notes on casting and technique. Fishing where there is good nearby surrounding structure to support good numbers of prey will put you in with the best chance of landing a soup fin. This will include any areas of reef. Another top feature for soup fins tends to be anywhere near to kelp beds which blanket the seafloor. The same applies to any rocky seabed in general. Lots of rocky structure will provide plenty of habitat for prey. Casting to the clear between these areas can prove a great tactic. They can actually be hooked in surprisingly shallow water. This will usually happen when they move inshore to breed, as the females use the warm shallows to rear their young. They are considered a critically endangered species by the IUCN, so we highly suggest catch and release practices with this species. This will also help ensure better local stocks of large-sized fish are available to target by surf anglers, as they are a relatively slow-growing species. To target soup fins effectively, you'll definitely need to be using the right tackle. Aside from them being hard fighters, a medium to heavy power rod will allow us to handle any stingray or other shark species that come along. This type of rod will also be a great choice for any distance casting we may require. We suggest using a spinning or fixed spool reel between size 6,000 to 8,000, as both sharks and stingray are known to take line. You can use either mono or braid for main line, but note, thicker mono can impede casting distance, and we are targeting a strong fighting species. If you wish to use mono, stick between 18 to 25 pounds breaking strain and be prepared to set the drag after casting. This allows some line to feed away under pressure. A mono casting leader will handle the heavy rig and provide abrasion resistance. Consider using a tapered leader if using braid to prevent wind knots. An ideal choice would be a grip or Sputnik-style sinker between 5 to 8 ounces. For the hook-length leader, this should be a nylon-coated wire leader to prevent the sharp teeth of the Soupfin Shark from breaking the line. A strong mono rig body will handle our casting weight and provide added abrasion resistance. This will be complete with a bait clip, so we can clip our baits down and maximize casting distance. Note this picture shows a double J hook setup, but we will only require a twin circle hook setup as this will prevent deep hooking and present baits effectively. Remember to never strike when using circle hooks. Simply tighten the drag and reel into the fish. Size 6.0 can be used for smaller specimens, though you can go as high as 10.0 when targeting the monster fish, or if you simply wish to avoid hooking other smaller species. So now for some top Soupfin Shark baits. Large baits are a wise move when targeting sharks. Large cut fish baits, or even whole fish baits, are the most suitable. Ideal high-oil fish baits that carry lots of scent include mackerel and bonito. Other popular local fish baits include surf perch, croaker, and turbina. In addition to fish baits, it's entirely possible to use squid and even crab baits for this species. If you'd like to know how to catch surf perch for bait, or how to catch turbina or croaker, check out the links showing now. Don't forget to subscribe to stay notified of new videos and show your support. Also be sure to check out the channel page to find many more fishing-related tutorials. Thank you for watching. See you again soon.